Hello everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO weekly news update where I talk to you guys about the latest and biggest stories happening within the LEGO world. As always, plenty of things have happened in this last week. You can find the links to everything and more in the description below. And before I jump into our first story, the custom build that went up in the web store this week is both the Rocinante and Tachi micro builds from The Expanse, designed by the builder Kevin J. Walter. These are highly detailed, wonderfully crafted, and perfectly scalable with the rest of any of our micro ships as well. The build process was pretty fun, and if you are at all a fan of this ship or The Expanse, it might be worth checking out in the description below, www.brickvault.toys. Anyways, thanks for the support, and let's jump into the top stories of this week. Let's lead off with ideas. In LEGO Ideas, 3 different builds got 10,000 votes of support and are officially moving on to the review stage, 2 of which are kind of similar. Let's start off with the first one. This is Seagull Bay Lighthouse Imperial Fortress by Delusion Brick. First off, let me say the renders and lighting are excellent here. The colors pop quite well in this digital format, and what we basically have is a very large fortress based on the edge of an island. Or a bay, I should say. This isn't the first model that looks like it could match up pretty well with the Pirates of Barracuda Bay set that came from Ideas not too long ago. So it makes sense that items like this would be getting popular and people would want a fun secondary model to go along with the first. There's a lot of components here: interiors, exteriors, cannons, docks, people, trees, plants, animals. So I can definitely see why something like this would get voted in. Next up is titled The Fortress Imperial Army. Really close there in terms of titling and also concept, as you can see. It's a slightly smaller Imperial fortress, also based on a tropical island setting. And this one has definitely gone for a little bit more realistic or slightly more muted color tones, still with a high level of quality. And it's another set that would go extremely well with the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. It seems pretty apparent that the last idea set in this one would be competing for the same kind of slot from the Ideas line. I don't think both of them would get approved at the same time, but perhaps one of them, and I would be curious to know which one you guys would go for. The more colorful one, like the Seagull Bay Lighthouse Imperial Fortress, or the slightly more realistic Fortress of the Imperial Army. Piraten, by the way, is the builder for this one. And now we're moving on to the Bakery, which is a modular building. I believe that is done on the 32 by 32 base plate, or at least it very well could be converted to that. And the designer here is Bricky Brick, who has, I think in the past, gotten a few other models voted in with 10,000. The quality is excellent. The colors are nice. Both buildings look realistic yet pop. There's excellent interior detailing on every single floor. And I would be curious to see if something like this would or could get voted through. I know there was a bakery or pastry type shop in, I think it was the Assembly Square set. So who knows if projects like this will get added to the Creator modular line, or if they're just going to stick with adding one new building like that every year. It's a great idea set. Now let's get into the top stories of the week. I first saw this article from Alan Train at thebrickfan.com, but there is another rumor circulating around, and that is the next largest ever LEGO set is going to be coming in November, at least largest in terms of part count, and that is the Roman Colosseum, set number 10276. It's rumored to have 9,035 pieces. Some took the Roman Colosseum being in that little painting from the LEGO Creator Fiat 500 set as a small teaser. LEGO has done things like that before in the past, but there's also some pretty specific information about the set already rumored as leaked. So I wonder what you guys think about this set coming down the line. Gigantic creator and or architecture style builds have come in the past. LEGO not too long ago even re-released the Taj Mahal, for example. So I am curious to know how much you guys would actually want to get a gigantic Roman Colosseum. I can only imagine it would be a very large scale build. The Big Ben certainly made my fingers hurt with all those little 1x1 plates. I have a feeling there would be some really interesting and probably intricate detailing when it comes to creating a model like this, and also tons and tons and tons of repetition. I'm assuming it's going to be the Roman Colosseum as we see it today recently and maybe not what the Colosseum would have looked like in its heyday, but who knows? And I'd be curious to know if you guys are excited for this set or if it's not something that particularly grabs you. Also, we talked about the Star Wars Bespin Duel set number 75294. The official images were released, and now we know about at least one way it is going to be distributed. The set has been listed as a Toys R Us Canada exclusive for $49.99, and so far no other information on that has been revealed. I wonder why Canada. Is it just going to be a Canada release? And then I was rewatching this famous scene, and then it totally hit me. Just kidding. I mean, obviously there is going to be other forms of this set releasing, not just in Canada. It's possible that you can shop online for Target and they can ship internationally, or it just may end up becoming available on LEGO Shop at Home. Anyways, we'll know soon enough, I'm sure, how to get it if you don't live in Canada. And then here's just a very quick little update. The LEGO Powered Up shopping limits have been increased. So if you were buying Powered Up elements online, you could only get 2, or I think 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that before. It's been increased to 5, so if you have a really large electronic build that you want to do, now you will have the ability to order more than just a few of those components. I'm only half reporting on this just because I think it's strange that they had a limit for a piece like this in the first place, but anyways, it has been increased. And then I put this at the very end just because it's not even really a story anymore, but LEGO did release another final statement on the V22 Osprey Technic set cancellation. They already did once, then rumors started circulating about faulty gear on the inside, or too much pressure stripping the teeth off of a gear, I should say. And LEGO officially says that they only canceled it because of the original complaint, not due to this alleged faulty system. At the end of the day, I'm inclined to believe what they say. Who knows, maybe if the set had been on shelves for another few weeks and the complaints really started piling up on this faulty gear, maybe they would have canceled it regardless, but it makes sense that they were already going through the process. Either way, this was a set that we're never gonna get. I don't know why I keep talking about it every single week. And with that, that is all of the major stories for weekly LEGO news. Remember, top 10 mocks of the week is tomorrow. It is always way more than just 10 creations. It's definitely my favorite thing to do each week, talking about cool custom creative things people are doing from all over the world. If you enjoy our content, you can always like, subscribe, share, or visit our web store. Do whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.